Alright, let's start the recording. What in the heck is this hand? I'm considering keeping it. You would not know this is a Tron deck by looking at this almost. Jeez. I think we're going to mulligan. We're on the draw, and the first mulligan's pretty easy. This is better. Probably get rid of Dispel. Which spell? Dispel? As far as play points by not opening chests, like, I don't generate positive play points. You get your entry back usually in play points, so I'm just going to keep entering leagues and tournaments with them, and if I... Here I am thinking it would be safe to cut Hydroblast number 4 from my sideboard. Oh, you might get it. This is... Our opponent won the die roll, so he's already favored. Because this deck does really poor when they lose a die roll. So, if you win the die roll, you do pretty good. Last time I faced against red deck wins, I got killed on turn 3, and I was on the draw. So I got 2 turns of magic. I did not do much. I played a Prophetic Prism on 2 and died. So our 2 draws are dead. We're going to lose this first game. Like, that's just going to happen now. Our opponent's draw is average. Oh, we don't even need Rolling Thunder. You just Fog Lock them and Hydro and stuff to buy time to get that Fog Lock. Like, sideboard, we have a lot of cards. Like, we have Hydro, we have Moment's Peace and Weather. It's not too bad. But this draw is never going to get there. Oh, yeah. He just got it all. And by got it all, I mean he has just about every single creature in his deck. Because they're all 2/2s. So we lose game 1. Not too surprised there. Our hand was bad and our opponent won the die roll. That's just going to happen. Oof. So counter magic's pretty bad against them. You run Hydroblast because it's removal. Still got to cut 2 after the fact. Weather's actually really bad against them. Not really bad, but it's not that good against them. Because they go really wide, it's hard to gain enough life to get out of range very easily. It might just be easier to just have Pulse and be more consistent on the combo. I think we're going to do that. Just have Fog, Hydro, and if I ever need to get out of range, we have Pulse. But you just want to be as fast to get the Fog Lock with a Hydro backup. I think it's close between Flicker and Weather, but on the play I'll keep Flicker. We'll keep this. It's got 2 Tron lands, Prism, and Impulse. As well as a Pulse of Marauders with Remote Isle. It's a keep. It's not insane though. But it has a chance to be insane. It's just a solid hand. I'm really upset I'm playing against 2 red decks in a row though. I did not expect to. I expected to see maybe like 30% running into 1 red deck in the challenge. And here we are with 2 in a row. Oh boy, I'm going to miss my land drop at this rate. That's not good. We'll Sorcery Speed Impulse next turn. Our opponent has the triple 2/2 draw, which is average. Hopefully he doesn't have the Bushwhacker again. That would be bad for us. If we hit Tron here, that's awesome. And we whiff almost entirely. So I think we have to grab Moment's Peace because we're going to be whiffing. And that Expedition map is just too slow. That was really unlucky. We just missed on lands entirely. And we're probably going to end up losing the game because of that. We do get another look for next turn, though. And at this point, it just has to be a power plant. I don't have time. Well, if I draw Expedition map naturally, that's fine. But if I have to cast Alchemy for a land, it's going to have to be the power plant. I played against Burn, round 1. Let's see how insane our opponent's hand is. Because if he has 1 drop into Bushwhacker, it's pretty rough for us. Okay, that's just 8. We're at 10. Should be able to fog for the rest of the match. Hopefully. Or at least that's what we're going to try to do. Jeez. He's at 1 in hand. I think it's actually just safer to fog. We have 2 in hand. That should buy us a lot of time. If he draws the Flaring Pain, we get wrecked, but that's about it. Really bad draws. Like, that was really unlucky, whiffing on the impulse there. We found the fog, so it's not an entire whiff, but no lands there was so unlucky. Yes, just what I wanted. Flashback the fog, and then next turn we get alchemy. And at any land lets us play this fog. But this is a very, very bad draw. These are the worst 2 lands in our deck we could have had. Like I said, our hand was fine. It has a chance to be good, but... Also, like I said, Tron's worst enemy is itself. We lose to ourselves here. Makes me a little upset that we're drawing so poorly, but we still have a chance to win. It's not over yet, because we can find power plant fairly easily next turn. Oh, we don't even need to hit wall right away. We have a few turns with this fog. We're still doing okay. Like, this game is still winnable. It's just our draws themselves have been bad. But the matchup isn't that bad post-board. Especially when we're on the play. The hard game is when we're on the draw, and they can just nut draw you and kill you on turn 3. That has happened more than once. So that's 8. I'm not really interested in taking 8 here. Alright, let's see how lucky or unlucky we are. We need any land, preferably a power plant. That is a land. Teachings is pretty good too, so when we find Tron we can grab the 3rd fog, because we're probably going to need it with a draw this bad. I'm pretty upset right now, not going to lie. Trinket Mage is also not really that good anymore. If we had had it earlier, maybe, but at this point, it's almost too late. We need Expedition Map or Power Plant. Drifter, Evoke. Any lands is good. Okay. If he just attacks for 8, we're going to pulse up the Drifter instead of fogging. But if he plays a creature, we'll flashback the fog. And we're going to hope he doesn't have 8 points of burn. Six is scary, but 8 is safe-ish. They only run like 2 Fire Blasts. Now we untap. I might try to ephemerate this. Apparently power plant just doesn't exist. If we ephemerate, we die, so I can't. So we're going to go Island Astro, I guess. And we need Tron next turn so I can flashback our teachings. This is so insanely unlucky now. Like, at the beginning, it was like, okay, we whiffed on Impulse. It's kind of unlucky, but we can still do fine. And now, at this point, we're just being really unlucky. Trinket Mage, Expedition Map, and Power Plant. That's a lot of outs. We know there's one Expedition map on the bottom, so that gives me 9 cards we were looking for, and we're 25 cards in. There's only 1 fog left now. Oh, and our opponent found his 2 of Flaring Pain, so he gets to get lucky and win this game of Magic. It's a good way to make me salty. We whiff on a 9 of, and our opponent finds his 2 of. Just naturally drawing in 14 cards. So we get to lose a game of Magic to bad luck, which is Tron's worst enemy. 2 red decks, by the way, which I'm still really not sure why, but we lost to it, so apparently good somewhere. And that'll be that.